Hi everyone, welcome to another session for English interview for stewardesses. For today, we will be talking about passenger interaction, or what your interaction would be with different kinds of passengers. For our first question, how do you handle an unruly or demanding passenger? Sometimes there are passengers who demand more than what we have, or wants to be served first and foremost before any other passengers. One possible answer to that is if I had an unruly or demanding passenger, I would explain to them that our flight is currently very full and I would serve them as soon as possible. I would then ask them to respect the other passengers on the flight while they are getting served. So sometimes the passenger is just really that way, or sometimes they are not really feeling very good. That's why they are unruly or demanding. One other answer that I've written down is that I would try to see if I can calm him or her down, and then explain to the passenger that everyone is being treated and assisted in a polite and orderly manner. Now, if you are in such a situation, what would you do? Go ahead and think about it for the next seconds. Alright, very good. Now, the next situation is that sometimes a passenger is actually afraid of flying and starts to panic. So the passenger says, I can't fly anymore. I'd like to get off now. And of course, we can't actually do that, especially if the plane is already on its way to its destination. Our sample answer says, I would first apologize to the passenger, then I would explain to them that it is impossible for them to leave the plane at the moment. I would accompany them back to their seats and try to offer them something to calm them for the remainder of the flight. As a last resort, if the passenger will not stay calm, I will have to inform them that the ground staff will be notified and further action will be taken upon arrival at our destination. Now, take note of this sentence where it says that the ground staff will be notified and further action will be taken upon arrival at our destination. This will usually come up in some situations during flight. And for my next possible answer is that, of course, the plane cannot just land anywhere. So I would advise the passenger that the plane cannot just land anywhere. It should be at the airport, of course. But I would try to assure him or her that we will do everything that we can to make him or her, and actually all our passengers, comfortable and happy during flight. So, how about you? What would you do in such a situation? Okay, very good. Now, sometimes it happens when a customer is just rude. So, if a passenger verbally abuses you, how would you handle it? One answer would be I would explain to them that there is no need to be disrespectful to me or to other passengers. I would then ask them to show some respect towards others and tell them that if they continue to act in such a way, ground crew would be informed and further action would be taken upon landing. Now, we must always maintain proper conduct during flight And of course, we expect the same from the other passengers. So one possible answer is that I would advise the passenger that everyone is treated with respect, especially during in-flight, and that he or she should also show mutual respect, or else they will be of course reported to the ground crew. And then action would be taken once we've reached the destination. Now, if you're in such a situation, tell me what you would do in the next few seconds. Okay, very good. Now, some passengers can be rude not just verbally, but also in a physical manner. So, our next question is that if a passenger keeps touching your bottom, what would you do? So, of course, we cannot take just harassment like that right away. And that can always, of course, be reported since it's against the law. One possible answer is that I would politely ask the passenger to stop touching me, and of course the other flight attendants. If this continued, I would inform my senior of the situation. If this action were still to continue after that, I would inform the passenger that ground staff at our destination will be contacted and further action will be taken. A more direct manner would be that I would just tell the passenger that he should not do that. And if he does not listen, I will then inform my senior and issue a complaint right away. So we should still always remain calm even though we encounter situations like this. Now I'd like you to think of what would you do if this happened to you? Right, very good. So, these are just a few examples. For our next session, we'll tackle more about passenger interaction. Right? So, keep practicing and get ready for your interview. Good luck. Bye-bye.